Salomon is super fast, Salomon is technical, Salomon is a little bit narrower on the foot, but now Salomon is also soft and comfortable. This is the Salomon Ultra Glide. With the Ultra Glide, Salomon has expanded their portfolio, making a softer version. They've listened to the masses, they've listened to people who want something softer, as well as the technical fast that Salomon stands for. So they made this new compound in the midsole called Energy Surge, and it came out of nowhere. It was a big surprise for us Salomon fans. So let's just start with the new thing. Let's talk about the midsole. Energy Surge is softer, it's more responsive, it's more comfortable, but it's not like super soft like you see in some road shoes nowadays. It's actually hitting the spot pretty well for me, and I am thinking about bringing this one home with me to Norway for my vacation. And the reason why I say this is that usually when I go home, I want some shoe that I can run long in, be comfortable in, but that still has a little bit of grip so I can run in the mountains. And this one looks like a really good option. Now this shoe is meant for premium comfortable runs. You want the grip, but you also want the comfort. So it's not made to be super fast. Salomon has different shoes for that. This one is made for being comfortable on trails, but also when you leave trails. And I've tried this on mixed terrain, so I've tried it on asphalt, I've tried it on gravel, I've tried it in the trails, and it works well every single time. It feels a little bit like a firmer road running shoe on asphalt, not that squishy new stuff that you find nowadays, and I find it to fit perfectly for me. I love having it a little bit more comfortable on the asphalt, but when I hit the trails, it's supposed to be technical, it's supposed to be helping me forward. It has a little bit of a rocker, they call it reverse camber. It is noticeable if you run a little bit faster and on flatter surfaces. It's not very noticeable if you run in rough terrain. So it actually feels kind of smart to do it like that, because when you hit asphalt, you want the shoe to feel good as well. And if you have a little bit of speed there, it actually feels pretty nice to run in. Inside the midsole, they've also put the Pro Feel film. So if rocks hit, they will stop and they won't go straight into your foot. So sharp rocks, that kind of stuff, you won't feel them as much with the shoe. The upper is the Salomon 3D mesh. It's really nice and breathable on the upper here. And then it's reinforced with rubber on the sides and overlays, so you get a little bit stronger sides when you run. For me, it felt perfect on after 2 to 3 runs, because I needed to break in the upper a little bit. The upper is a little bit wider than the normal Salomon uppers on their trail versions. It's a little bit wider, especially here in the forefoot, to give a little bit more space to the toes. But if you have a narrow foot and you love Salomon fits, don't worry, because these Sensi Fit wings, they help tighten around your ankle and actually fits really nicely around here. As expected, Salomon has implemented their quick lace system and their tiny pocket on top here to get the quick lace system out. I'm not super familiar with this lacing system, and I found it to be okay, but I needed to teach myself that it's not magic. I need to tighten it from the bottom still. And then when I did that, it actually fit really well and it works really well. And I'm loving the pocket. Because the midsole is so light, Salomon made the decision to put a lot of rubber on the shoe for its durability on the outsole. There's a lot of contra grip rubber, and it's 4 millimeters on the bigger lugs, up to 4 millimeters. It's not an aggressive outsole, and because of that, it shouldn't maybe be used on softer terrains and in wet conditions. But for an all-round trail shoe, it actually sticks really well, even on this softer, a little bit wetter days that I've tried. This shoe is for the beginner runner who just wants comfort on your run. It's for the heavy runner who also wants comfort, and a little bit of cushioning on their run as well. It's for ultra runners who just want comfortable cruise shoes for the distance. It's for a lot of different people, and it's an all-round great running shoe. It's not a super technical shoe, and I've tried a little bit of technical terrain and it works okay. And on the steeper declines, I want a shoe that actually fits me a little bit tighter, so I don't like bump into the front all the time. I don't do it all the time, but I feel it when I go a little bit too steep. So generally, it's a shoe for everyone. It's a shoe that you can use for almost every type of run, but if it's super wet, if you're running super technical, if you're running a race, then I would go elsewhere. But for every other day, it's Salomon Ultra Glide all the way.